Hey, what's good, people? Hope you're having a good evening. It's my first time going live. I thought I would try a little thing. Um, and to be fair with you, I ain't even set this up properly. Not set this up properly at all. I was gonna try and do a little gaming stream. This camera's making me look fuzzy. Yeah, I was gonna try and do a little gaming stream. But hey, we're here. Let's see. Entire screen window. Sure. While we're here, I might as well just start up my little thing and see how this goes. Welcome everyone, welcome. I am literally unprepared to do anything. But hey, sometimes you just gotta give this thing a little try and see where it goes. No clue what I'm doing. But hey, we learn as we go. Me, Call of Duty Mobile. So originally I wanted to do Call of Duty Mobile, but I don't know how to set any of this up. So gonna be live with me while I do this. So put that there. No, don't do that. Put that. Put that there. Where's OBS? Because I've got Streamlabs, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Streamlabs syncs up with YouTube. I think it does. Opening up your Streamlabs. Me. Alright. Is there a way to see chat? Or do I have to do that through Streamlabs? Alright, let's close this down. I'll just lower it for now. Right, Streamlabs is open. Right, what do we do next? So, in Streamlabs, we need to change that because no. Right, editor, not editor. Overlay, not overlay. Go live. But even with that, I don't know how to. Right, stream source. Capture game, capture monitor. I want to link my phone to it. How the hell do I do that? If anyone could give me any pointers, that would be absolutely fantastic. No. Everything's doing too much. Media. So add image. No, we don't want to add image. Definitely learning as we're going. Go into most modern computers. Nope. You know, one thing I really wanted to do while I'm live, actually. I've always wanted to do a live reaction to a video that I like. While we're here, let's just see. OBS Studios. Did I uninstall it? Is that what it's telling me? I don't want to run. Really don't want to run that. Close, man. Close. No. Oh, Windows. Continue browsing. Right. Close Chrome. No one uses Chrome anyway. If you tell me Chrome is your favorite Internet Explorer, I gotta look at you a bit sideways. Right, no frames dropped. AI dashboard. Nope. Recordings, highlights, App Store overlay. So don't have OBS, I don't think. I think I uninstalled it, which is great because now that I've gone live, how am I supposed to do this without? Yeah, I uninstalled it. There's plenty of stuff I need to uninstall. Sure, you lot are learning with me. So let's move my live over here. Let's go down. Ooh. Ooh. Let's go here to YouTube. How to play. I don't know. How to stream mobile games on YouTube from mobile games on YouTube. Let's see if YouTube has the answers. And what am I doing? Am I putting out a quick one? How to stream games on mobile phone. Let's have a look. What does it say? So, Carl, you lot are learning with me. Yeah, so this one. Share. Yeah. So
how to stream using your mobile device. Let's get right into it. The first step you're going to want to do is go to your mobile app store and then just simply download the Prism live streaming app. Once you have that installed, you're just going to have to make an account with Prism. But as you can see, it's really easy to make an account because you can use virtually any social media to sign up with. Once you're signed up, you're obviously going to want to give permission to Prism to use your camera and all that stuff so they can properly stream off your device. Once you have all that set up, it's going to look something like this. The first section I'm going to be showing you is the photo section. You can do a bunch of different things while taking your photos, such as different filters for your camera, where you can add shades or stickers or all that type of stuff. You can also draw on your screen if you want to show something important. But what I find really interesting about the photo section is the beauty effect you can add to your face, especially the natural beauty selection, which helps with stuff such as the smoothness of your face, the shape of it, if you want your lips to pop out more and all that type of stuff. They also have many different photo filters. You can make it look vintage or have a black and white effect or something along those lines. This pretty much goes for the video section as well. But what you can also do to the photo or video scenes is that if you swipe to the left, you can create your own sources, such as adding some type of media, like for an example, your logo, or if you want to add your music playlist to show on screen while you're taking a photo or video, you can do that here. You can also add customized text. And finally,
that is not what I was looking for. You're talking too much. Let's get straight to the point. So search that again. Way on my own YouTube, I've gone live. What is it saying? No computer with overlays. Nope. How to record for YouTube. This is 4 years ago. What are you saying? Too old. That information is too old. Sure, while I've got you lot here, let's do some live reactions. There is this Flirta D, the guy that makes noises. Yeah, there's one YouTuber, this gentleman here, journalist, yeah. I've been watching journalist videos and I'm finding great pleasure out of them. So one thing I've always wanted to do was do a kind of a live reaction to his thing and just put my own 2 pence in. as we go along.
Welcome to Smokey's Crime Files. I'm your journalist.
So this is the
On
boy
this one,
journalist. Yeah.
Is Fleur de D the guy that makes noises? It was
He
requested.
is the
multiple
guy that makes
times.
noises.
Gee.
Fleur de D. Yes, man, like flirter. Yeah.
Jesus. It was requested multiple times. I don't know if you guys heard that they're doing fireworks by my house, but
Couldn't hear it, to be fair.
yeah. So I wanted to check this out
Yeah.
because I want to go through like as many documentaries as I can and like really delve into as much history. So that's what we're doing here on this one. If there's any more crime documentaries after I do this one, I'm gonna do the Storming one as well. So we're gonna cover those.
Yep.
So besides those, if there's any more, then for sure link me and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And then thank you to everybody that suggested this. If you could please hit that like and that subscribe, and let's get into this.
Right, let's make this full screen. Now this video here, yeah, Fleur de is one of the most unique, very unique, yeah, MCs that I've ever touched a microphone. Yeah, if you don't know about Fleur de, you're about to find out. Yeah, cause he is something different. And to be fair, journalist, as you said, coming from an American standing, yeah, and not really getting the whole UK and why this is socially acceptable as a music form. Yeah. All right, we're gonna put that there. Let's just go through and watch this and listen.
Fleur de D.
When I first got into grime music, I remember having this fascination with the early years of the genre.
By the way, I'm reacting to journalist, not the video. Yeah, I'm going to be reacting to journalists. I will be putting some of my own points of view through for journalist and for Fleur de, but as it stands right now, I'm reacting to journalists.
It's like drugs. It's like drugs. You gotta know what the source is.
Go on, man.
And that is right. Grime started in like 2004, 2005, maybe even a bit earlier than that. Yeah, because when I was growing up, grime was in its infancy, coming out of the stage of garage, coming out of the stages of Soul Solid, Heartless Crew, yeah, all of them people there, yeah, and this is what came out of it.
Massive
What's that good dope like?
trolls through all the old bits of shaky footage from raves, clashes, and ciphers, looking for MCs I recognized from the tracks I was listening to. Grime was a genre with a dedicated
That's Trim right there, ain't it?
community of people around it like Risky Roads, who loved to document everything that was going on around them. So you can piece together all these bits of footage from the mid-2000s and get an oddly down-to-earth look into the day-to-day lives of the MCs.
Mhm.
Right, I'm driving one of these to Bedford, man. Ain't we?
You have to have a license.
You have to have a license.
Enough of them and them get revoked. No.
Back in the day, yeah, like having a car was a major thing still. Yeah, and making sure that you could get from point A to B, yeah, with your brethren, yeah. Once you had a car with your people, then, yeah, it was kosher.
Enough of them now on a license, you know.
Now we've been revoked.
I was looking through all these old clips, and I remember landing on one in particular which really stuck with me. It was from an
If I didn't know anything else in this world, I know for a fucking fact that that's Wiley right there. Just
I got damn right. He's the only one that consistently rocked a two-tone.
from the bop and that two-tone colored hat. That's like that's that nigga's flair.
Eskimo dance that happened in 2003.
I do actually. Matter of fact, I might do those after this. But I have the Eskimo dances open as well.
As
The
a,
sound quality, like,
as a person growing up in grime, yeah, I never got the opportunity to go to an Eskimo dance. Would have loved to, but I was never old enough to do so.
most of the videos taken at this time was pretty terrible, and I couldn't really make out what was going on for most of it. But something that really stood out to me was this moment where I heard an insanely clear noise piercing through the room. Really deep and strange, like a motor engine or something. And the camera panned round to the stage, and I saw the noise was being made by a guy with a microphone. This was my first time.
Jesus. Whenever you hear Flirta D, you will definitely know who Flirta D is.
So what's this like the UK version? And when I say UK version, it's just so I have a comparable person of like a Dougie Fresh or like an early Biz Marquee where niggas incorporated, we'll say, beatboxing with the rhyming.
Here in Flirta D.
Nah.
It's 2019 now, and 10
So as someone that comes from this side of the water, yeah, Flirta D wasn't just like the whoop, whoop. He just wasn't making random noises for the sake of it. His flow pattern depended on the ability to make those noises.
years down the line, I can safely say I've never come across a vocal lyricist like him since. So this video is going to be a whole hour of me running my mouth about my favorite grime MC, Flirta D. Prepare yourselves.
He's not the only one. Warp speed.
Pocket. Oh my god.
They wanna know about
Warp speed.
what they know about warp speed. And I move with warp speed. Yo, I invented warp speed. They wanna know about warp speed. What they know about warp speed. And I move with warp speed. Yo, I invented warp.
I think this was his first. I don't think it was his first like proper tune that he made, but this is one of them. And when this came out, this just changed the levels up.
No, you can't just drop them type of rhythm there. What you doing, blood?
That's a good fucking
Oh, you
track.
can't just drop them type of rhythm there. What you doing, blood?
What you doing, blood? What are you doing, blood? From the shadows of So Solid.
At a glance, grime might
So
seem like
solid.
it's the UK's answer to US rap.
I got 21 seconds to go. I got 21 seconds to go. When that nigga come down that little catwalk. That's hilarious.
But that's only true in an extremely general sense. In the UK, we have hip hop, we have boom bap, we have drill.
One thing I do want to try and fix is this bit rate though. One second, peeps. You know the crew, where any venue, it's true. Yeah, serious business with when it comes to Flirta D still. For those who have never experienced it, boy, you're really in for a treat. Yeah, because, as I said, Flirta D is just one of them artists. Right.
Our own British counterparts to all the variations of rap which come out of the US. And grime has always been very separate from all of those, in its own little wheelhouse. Whilst rap is a massive sprawling umbrella genre with many styles, tempos, and formats, grime is a very self-contained and tightly knit sound. And most of its origins can be traced back
Who showed you up?
as a very self-contained and tightly knit.
C. Kane. When this drops, because I'm for sure gonna fucking forget. So whenever this drops, can somebody remind me that we need to go see who the fuck C. Kane is? Because I have no idea who that is.
Sound.
And her name has not come up, and I've been asking. Now, did y'all put me on other people? For sure. But the video looks modern. Hey, the boy over her shoulder with the burgundy hat, though, he almost looked like Jadakiss, but that's not Jadakiss, but he almost looked.
And most of its origins can be traced back to a singular homegrown genre which my country will always have a very special place for in its heart.
Hey,
Hey, trust me, we gotta strap up some of the. Hey, Axel took the words out of my mouth. G-A-H-A, Ganja, aka hey.
If you check in with any of the grime MCs who sprung up in the early 2000s, you'll find a common heritage of listening to golden era garage collectives like So Solid, Heartless Crew, and Pay As You Go Cartel.
Wait. So when I'm listening to 21 Seconds, that would be considered a garage record?
So yeah, because So Solid was like the tail end of the garage era. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, he was like So Solid was like the tail end of garage. Before that, the more grimy scene came in. Don't get it twisted. There's still garage tunes being made today, but a lot of it come from like the early days. I forgot way back. Hold on a second. Ganja, aka A's.
That's what that is? Because no wonder if it is, like, somebody's gonna be like, yeah, of course. But like, if that's what that is, then when I was listening to it, I was wondering why. Like, I can't put this in a box. Like, I can't call it grime. I can't call it this. So okay, that makes sense.
So,
'Cause it's not
what these
supposed-
garage collectors were
Oh no,
doing really laid
that
the
21
foundations for
Seconds shit is
grime,
hilarious.
with sparsely populated bass-heavy instrumentals and an MCing culture which revolved around playing sets on pirate radio.
Oh,
All right, that's nice. Run that.
Run the rhythm.
What I'm saying? Check this. It's time to be cool, and I'm starting. When I start gunning, better start running. If you don't run,
Sir.
Sorry, growing up as a grime baby, yeah, like this was the shit. Yeah. And you hear people go on in and jeez. Sorry, growing up as a grime baby, yeah, like this was the shit.
Titch.
When grime MCs then started jumping on the airwaves, it was like an evolution of the garage sound. But they also brought a massive paradigm shift with them, with the bars and beats becoming more aggressive and off-kilter, and a much bigger presence of MCs on the sets. Being surrounded by loads of other people waiting for a turn on the mic, grime MCs got used to having short bursts of time to spray their bars, which had an effect on the way they wrote lyrics.
So when we wrote lyrics when we was growing up here, and just put a bag of experiences to random rhymes, yeah, had a small selection of beats to pick from, yeah, and literally that's how we made it work.
Unlike rappers writing for mixtapes, grime MCs were writing bars to be heard without context over random beats, which needed to have an immediate impact.
Yo, we'll say the last week of April, so May, June. So we'll call it a month and a half into fucking really doing this shit. 2 months, we'll say, into really doing this shit. And this motherfucker has explained shit that I've taken 2 months to fucking figure out.
This came
in
out
5
3
minutes.
years ago. This was 3 years ago, and from what I've seen of this young man's journey, yeah, he has put some work in, and I'm proud to see it, innit? Yeah, to say that an American guy has come over, yeah, and done some work for the UK grime scene, to be fair, and done his best to learn about everything that he can. Like big shout outs to the young journalist, you get me?
I still probably wouldn't have got it because, like, you do have to, like, do the time to hear the shit. But, like, still, like, it took me a long time to round that corner to be like, oh, man, these niggas is just rapping on beats, just with no intentions. Just, I could show this one. I could show that one. I could show this one. That's just so counterproductive to how I was brought up.
Packed with
But are niggas nice? Of course, but it's different.
listeners. This is why in grime we quickly saw a big appetite for experimentation with stylistic techniques, from quirky intonation to exaggerated accents and unusual rhythm.
Is Devilman's accent fake? I've never heard the nigga talk before.
No.
Or when he does
I know.
talk, it's still in that, like, fake accent, if it is a fake accent. and I've only heard that the shit with Skepta and the diss record for Chip. That's all I've ever heard from Devilman.
Make vocal patterns.
Well, for the back of the mind diversion, competition combination, any kind of situation, eat them up like aviation.
The way I always think about what makes a good grime MC
Double.
is not how poetic or introspective they can be with their lyrics, but rather how well they can channel vocal rhythms and hooks to best capitalize on the energy of the beats.
Again, another thing. It just took me forever to understand. I'm like, these niggas not even.
I was supposed to be live all this time.
Rhyming nice. What the fuck is this shit? It's not the point. It's not the point. That is secondary. We will like why D Double and Flirta are respected at the same level or even higher than a Getz or a Wiley is shit. Niggas ain't always looking for that lyrical miracle shit. It was, and that was not the intention initially, at least from my understanding.
Another thing to understand about pirate radio, which is hard to imagine nowadays, is that the people listening back in the early 2000s had no idea what the MCs actually looked like.
So I'm just gonna stop it there, yeah, and just say I remember listening to radio way back, yeah, recording sets, yeah, go and taking them for my long drive, yeah, because that was the only way you would get to hear that over and over again. Otherwise, yeah, it's just you hear it once and you will never hear it again.
There were no grime music videos, no artist accounts on social.
The way that you guys talk to me about it, it's like everybody knows everybody. So would you just know the nigga by name, but you wouldn't actually know what he looks like? Because then that would make sense with what he's saying. But how I feel, like with my 20,000 foot perspective view of looking at it, you niggas would know what this nigga look like because you from the same ends as this nigga. It doesn't make sense to me. And the way that shit, how London sounds, London might as well be a fucking New York sized cubicle. It's tiny. How do we not know what this man looked like?
London.
That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me.
Social media, the only way MCs could distinguish themselves and stick in listeners' minds was to have a particularly unique voice or something about their flow that made them stand out. And when Flirta D started showing up on radio sets, he really stood out.
Yo, that's just so fire with the anime edit in the back too. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie though, the anime edit for sure helped sell it because I'm just like, what am I fucking hearing? Oh, okay.
What you're hearing, yeah, is music artistry at its finest. Yeah, the fact that a man can just make noise over a beat, yeah, and you understand what that noise means without even seeing it. Crazy work.
Wait, that's him too with the lead in?
He really stood out.
Just to answer that question, no, that wasn't him. That's just how the beat begins.
Gonna get the massive like no. Flat about this shit. Let me get up and I'm gonna be good. This shit. Gonna get the massive like no. It's what I over this shit. You know the over the door with this shit. Escalation, yeah. Let me get yeah. Let me be no. It's what
No. Oh, we're running it back.
flat about this shit. Let me get it up and I'm gonna be good. This shit. Gonna get the massive like no. Flat about this shit. Let me get it up and I'm gonna be good. This shit. Gonna get the massive like no. It's what I over this shit. You know the over the door with this shit. Escalation, yeah. Let me get yeah. Let me be no. It's what I over this shit. You know the over the door with this shit. Question about more question about the art. This shit. This shit.
Jesus Christ. I'm in the middle of acceptance and a learning experience currently. So half of me already understands this.
Hold on.
And then I have to, like, I'm learning just like with D. So I'm like, oh, we can't just write this off.
So just think about how he does his sounds, yeah, is one thing. And then how he has to articulate his sounds. And then how he has to now make all of these sounds sound proper. Like there's a lot of back work that goes into Flirta D.
But I'm just like, what the fuck are we allowing? And just put yourself in my shoes. based off of having the rubric I grew up on, an
Mm.
American background, hearing that we have allowed a person to consider this to be creative and to help push things forward. Now, granted, do I know? Yes, actually, this is creative, and like in the future, this does actually help niggas because it shows a whole lot. Yes, but currently, from the background that I fucking have, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this nigga is just like, that's how you come up with the bars, so you can then put words into those spaces that you just are making noises. Like this, just this is. Hey, good thing we have a documentary so I can learn something. Jesus, this is gonna be tough.
D is Grimes' most genius oddball who made vocal sound effects the foundation of his lyrical style. The immediate feeling you get when you hear him spray for the first time is honestly one of pure confusion. Where other MCs spit lyrics, Flirt D uses all kinds of weird noises and voice affectations, which he takes from adverts, cartoons, and video games, and arranges them into patterns which he can flow over 32-bar loops.
Get back. Tell them boys they better get back. Tell them girls they better get back. They don't want to get started with it. Ooh.
Even in grime,
No. He's doing so many things that just count to how I'm sorry, this video might be long as shit.
As someone that likes reaction videos and likes listening to music, I don't care how long this video is. This video could have all been 3 hours long. Yeah, I would have sat down and listened to the whole of it.
I'm trying. Oh man. Cause like I enjoy parts of it. Every time. Like I'm like, fuck, it's a good pocket. So like it starts in a place, but it's still something I've never heard. This is so crazy. Hey, shout out to the homie in the comment section. I'm sorry I can't remember your name, IG, but I remember your comment vividly where you're like, oh, Flirty D, he's just the guy from fucking that police movie with the nigga that make fucking noises all the time. I got a Police Academy, that's what it's fucking called. And that nigga just make noises all the time, but he's just a fucking rapper. Jesus Christ. That shit sounded fire though. That's what's so crazy. What is going on?
and voice affectations, which he takes from adverts, cartoons, and video games, and arranges them into patterns which he can flow over 32-bar loops.
Get back. Tell them boys.
The nigga came in with the Ice JJ fish. No.
Arranges them into patterns which he can flow over 32-bar loops.
Get back. Tell them boys they better get back. Tell them girls they better get back. They don't want to get started with it. Ooh.
Even in grime, where we're used to
There's so much to learn just even from that. That's got so much vocal control.
It has.
To go from the ha-ha to the get back, like that shit like requires such control and precision. And he's got a good partner. I'm so fucking confused. Like he said, Jesus.
to hearing exaggerated intonations and flows, Flirty's style it's out there.
Oh yeah, it's Mr. Oh yeah. I'm the guy that says oh yeah. I'm the guy that says oh yeah. I'm Mr. Oh yeah. I'm Mr. Oh yeah. I'm the skit flow.
The way that Flirty MCs can often come across as something he's playing
The thing is, yeah, once you hear Flirty D, yeah, and you hear like his radio sets, they go off, yeah, and you have to appreciate what he does. You get me? Like I do like Flirty D. I always have done since the way in the beginning when I first heard him start MCing, because there's nothing like that. Yeah, me. Who the hell you know that goes around goes dirty flirts? You get me? Like that is bonkers.
I've never heard a nigga do this before in my life. This is that shit I said about Thuggy Fresh and pissed my kids out the fucking window.
Because the thing is, he's not beatboxing. He's actually spitting bars with just sound effects alone. Yeah, he's using everything in his arsenal that no one else has thought to use.
It's not even in the same universe.
Get back. Tell them boys they better get back. Tell them girls they better get back. They don't want to get started.
Even in grime, where we're used to hearing exaggerated
Hey, what is that? Ooh, I know exactly what it is, though. They don't want to get hit with. Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry. I keep stopping it. If anybody's trying to watch this, like, I'm so sorry, but it is.
And again, as a reaction, as a person that likes watching reaction videos, yeah, this is the whole reason why I watch your reactions, because I want you to stop and explain and just go on about how you feel about it. Yeah, me, because at the end of the day, this is magical. Yeah, me. If you have to go back replay, yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, me. Time is of the essence is nonsense. Yeah, we got YouTube. I can come back to this video if it was too long or whatever. Yeah, me. But yo, do your thing, my boy.
I'm going through it right now. I really am. Like, fucking hell. I'm learning, but this is so different. So different.
intonations and flows, Flirty style it's out there.
Oh yeah, it's Mr. Oh yeah. I'm the guy that says oh yeah. I'm the guy that says oh yeah. I'm Mr. Oh, I'm Mr. Oh yeah. I'm the skip flow.
The way that Flirty MCs can often come across as something he's playing for laughs, some kind of grime performance satire. But he's been MCing like this for the best part of 20 years. Since grime has been a thing, Flirty has been being Flirty, and over the course of his career, he's earned a level of status in the scene which is reserved only for the most accomplished and respected of veteran MCs.
That's facts.
Now,
That's why
as
we're
it
here.
happens, Flirty was not the first MC
The General, Flirter, D-Double.
to use sound effects.
Oh, fuck, man. I almost had a 4 for 4. I don't know this nigga at the top right. I ain't never seen Blood before in my life. I don't even know who he is. Shit. I almost had a 4 for 4. I almost had a flex. I can't even really claim Flirter. I just seen what that nigga looked like for the first time. Oh, my God. That's who that nigga looked like. Everybody that watches this, we've all seen Friday. Flirter looks like Pinky from Friday.
Yeah.
In this picture right here. But that nigga, the nigga that plays Pinky, he doesn't look like Pinky. But the nigga that play Pinky, they look similar in this bottom right photo right here.
Far from it. Sound effects have always been a part of UK MCing. Back in the 90s in the UK, we had this massive jungle tune called Incredible, and General Levy blended high-pitched
I got
squeaks
that.
into his bars over that, and it's become a pretty iconic sound.
I watched that shit too.
The sound effects tradition also carried
I'm gonna let y'all know too. If I'm over there and the General is performing and that shit come on, I'm for sure faking the funk. I'm gonna fake the funk like I grew up on that bitch. Like I've been
What
coaching since
you
I was
gotta
3,
do?
and I know that shit. I'm about to go crazy. Only thing I'm not about to do is the sound effect part because I did not grow up actually on it, so
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
worry
know how to
about
make
that.
my voice do that sound.
My thing is, yeah, if you listen to that tune enough, yeah, you'll be able to do it. Yeah, me. It just takes a little practice.
That sound is crazy.
over into UK garage, with MCs like MC Dollars working loads of rhythmic phrases into his verses.
Shake, body up, ramp up, make your body rock.
And you will hear plenty of sound effects in grime outside of Flirter D. It's become something of a staple of the genre for MCs to have a signature noise or phrase which they'll use as a tag to identify themselves when they jump on a beat.
Go on, man.
Sound effects have always been a part of UK MC.
Y'all gonna have me doing all kind of shit in my music that niggas is not gonna understand. Cause I like that actually. I never even paid attention to any of that. Who is this nigga? Who is this?
Timber on toast.
Timber on toast? Whoever this nigga is, so shout out to you. Just for that, I'm about to fuck with you, bro. Just for that, that was fire. I didn't even make that connection. That's fire as fuck.
To some extent. But Flirter D took them to a next level which people didn't see coming.
I don't know, bruv. Just thought it sounded outside the box because everyone was spitting like that. I thought, man, has to change it, bruv. You know, like, I don't know. I just taught myself how to do different things. Like, first it was just like a 1-2 sound, like, oh, okay, or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just throw it in. But on beat though, no one's really thrown sounds on beat in it. So I thought, let me make that my thing, innit?
For those of you who haven't yet had the surreal pleasure
Respect.
of listening to Flirta D on radio
Respect.
sets, I prepared a short educational video which is going to take you through his signature techniques and his best noises.
Yes,
Lyrical trills, a technique in which Flirta drills word syllables into fast-paced rhythms. Maybe he meant to say trills instead of drills.
See, this is one thing that I've seen this video so many times, yeah. But one thing I want to say with this is, B, my man drills words together like it's nothing. Yeah, me like he's literally got a drill in his hand. Yeah, it's mad.
Is the D by the T? Maybe.
Nope.
Maybe. He might have messed up.
Everybody down. I run up in the dark side. I run up in the dark side. Even the sound and get down with it. Everybody down. Run up in the dark side. I run up in the dark side. Everybody down. You're feeding the sound and get down with it.
Oh God. The sound, even though I know it's coming out of his mouth, it sounded like it came from like his homie from behind the camera.
And then I come to you, come to me, come to gang. I be say, and then we come again. I come to you, come to me, come to gang. I be setting the trend when I come through. Everyone knows the face when I come through. Everyone knows the face when I come through. Everyone knows the face when I come through.
I finally got it. He makes noise for the same thing.
When I come through, I'm on the power of the Jesus. Mental mode.
Big up the crew there. And we're rolling.
Step back over me, I'm going, I'm the lyrical lead for a chef, infrared laser is rock, got 2 hours in older smoke, 5 resurrect, never set, will not fake, skeleton break, I'm skeleton, started to sing, you got my lyric thing, you know.
You gotta respect it. If you don't understand it, you gotta respect it.
Drive by, somebody, where did it there on the avenue? Still got vibes, here we got vibes to them, so pay attention, cause it's watching it, vibes here we got vibes to her, but if you don't like me, get out, vibes here we got vibes to them, so pay attention, cause it's watching it, vibes here we got vibes to her, but if you don't like us, get out.
Yo, what the fuck is that shit? Hey, I'm gonna let y'all probably know. That shit Drake did, it don't have all the vibe it need, but I be hearing shit like this. What is this? This should be speaking to me. It should ride. This shit slap. That shit, that bitch in the back, whatever she's singing that shit right.
To her, but if you don't like us, get out.
That's a damn right, bitch.
Speak like champagne and flute you. Let's spend the line, girl. Here we go, a good line of culture. Let's spend the line, girl.
If I didn't pay for all the shit I have by me, I'd knock it over right now. This nigga did not just flip that sample into his fucking verse. Jesus. Again, like, this is where I'm like, oh, this is so fucking creative. Like, Jesus.
Bobos like it's no joke show. Let's spend the line, girl. Give it a Facebook poke. Woo. Give it a line, girl. Even that girl over there.
Yeah, you.
I give credit to the niggas that do they've written the bar so well that the sample in the beat is fucking the punch. This nigga said, nah, them niggas is ass cheeks. I not only write the punch into the fucking sample like them niggas, but then I do the sample myself, and then I come out of the sample into more bars. And the craziest part about all that, them niggas are stuck on that one beat with that one sample, and that one verse can only happen on that one beat.
Yep.
I can do this shit on anything I want.
And he does. It's crazy.
The levels are very high. That's all I can say.
Back to me, you know I kill the beat. I bring it back to life. Cyan and Flirty, we bring it back to life. Back to me, you know I kill the beat. I bring it back to life. Cyan and Flirty, we bring it back to reality.
Shit.
Yeah, shit didn't even sound bad.
Get ready for it. Tell your Madre to get ready.
Why did he go into it in an American accent in the middle of his? Get ready for it. He took that shit from the. Oh my god.
Get ready. Tell your piece to get ready for it. Tell your Madre to get ready for it. The next battle. Could it really get about the next battle? Cause whoever I battle, we got this shit Canada. Come here. This shit.
Fatality. Yo, his fucking. Flirta needs to, whoever this nigga is, Flirta needs to reach out to this nigga and be like, bro, just edit my music videos. I don't even have to be there for them anymore. You clearly get what the fuck I was going for.
Taking your voice, the boys are fatality. Sonic boom. Smoking on Sonic boom. Smoking on Sonic boom. I'm turn this club to a Sonic boom. Look, Sonic boom. Yeah, I'm smoking Sonic boom. It's the loudest in the room. Guaranteed the in the. Come again. I be smoking a Sonic boom. I be smoking a bullshit. I be smoking.
How are they so? I would think I'm hearing the fucking soundboards off of the.
The reason why you're hearing them so clear, yeah, is because a man practiced. Yeah, me, as you heard, man's been doing this for the last 20 years. I know this video is like 3 years old or whatever, yeah, but just going through, this is what practice, hard work, practice, and dedication sounds like when you put your time into it.
Fucking internet. How did they get a how can this say so fucking? It's not even, but it's like the one though. It's like the arcade joint. It's not even the fucking like the updated joint. What the fuck?
I be smoking a Sonic boom. I be smoking a bullshit. I be smoking a push quick. I be smoking that yoga fire. I be smoking.
It just. If anybody that engineers watches my channel, I don't know, but if anybody that engineers, please tell me whether or not you hear these like I do. They sound like ADR. That's what makes them so special to me. If you don't know what ADR is, type in sound engineering ADR, then look that up. But it's just audio dialogue replacement is what it is. But why do they sound like I'm watching a nigga do it? It shouldn't sound like that.
In the come again. I be smoking a Sonic boom. I be smoking a bullshit. I be smoking a push quick. I be smoking that yoga fire. I be smoking that yoga flame. I be smoking that push quick. I be smoking that come here.
You, Kakarot, I choose you to be the first of my victims.
Born in November, I'm a Scorpion. Born in November, I'm a Scorpio. Born in November, I'm a Scorpion. I'm a Scorpio. Gonna be a foolish mortal. Tell your Madre to get ready for the next battle. Don't really care about the next battle. Whoever I battle, we got this shit. Gotcha, sucker. Shorty, if it sound like gotcha, what you gonna do when I gotcha? Ooh, sucker, shorty.
Hey, I'm way in the back with the vest. He knew what he's about to hear. He's like, oh yeah, he about to go.
This shit. Gotcha, sucker. Shorty, if it sound like gotcha, what you gonna do when I gotcha? Ooh, gotcha, sucker. Shorty, if it sound like sucker, mom didn't raise no sucker, but I'll turn you back into a sucker. Gotcha, sucker. My soul, if backwards, no act.
He's a different animal. He really is.
I've stopped this probably more times than I've stopped most videos, but they are all fucking necessary.
And as I said again, the reason why we watch you is for you to stop, pick apart, dissect, get your message across. Let me figure out what it is that you wanted to kind of get your thoughts out on what you see and think, innit?
Like, what is going on with this shit?
Get back. Tell them boys they better get back. Tell them girls they better get. Yeah, skip, skip, get back. backwards flow. I already know about the backwards flow. I ain't never been an actor though. No, I ain't never been an actor. Yes, the bars, give the cards, give the backwards flow. I already know about the backwards flow. But they know about the backwards flow. I ain't never been an actor though. Might see me in a trap hat backwards though. Let's see skip this skip backwards flow. But they know about the backwards flow.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you ever want to go and watch a good Fleur D set, this set here on Pyro Radio, yeah, it is mental. Yeah, it's a good place to go and watch some Fleur D.
Everywhere I go, hear my flow, and I'm like, no. Hear my flow, and I'm like, no.
I literally can't tell you how many hours I've spent watching Fleur D's sets and how much fun I get out of them. Fleur D's carefree demeanor make.
I'm upset currently because I don't understand. I'm not like upset like that, but I'm just like, I still don't like. I understand some of it, but I'm just like, this is so wild.
All these intonations and vocal techniques that he does look stupidly easy, but this belies the technical ability that's actually required to do them.
Oh my god.
When you're MCing over grime, there's a lot to get your head around. Sequences to be memorized, word stresses that you've got to hit on beat, and you've also got to string each and every bar together in a way which sounds logical and fluid. This isn't easy to start off with, but Fleur D then makes the task monumentally harder for himself by feeding all these different voices and pitches into every section of the bars. It places an enormous strain on your vocal cords to be flicking back and forth between screaming high octaves and spitting low ones, but Fleurs makes it all look like the most natural thing ever. Some of the sounds that he makes will be difficult even at half speed, but he blasts through them like they're nothing. However, the biggest value that Fleur D brings to radio sets, in my mind, is something which goes beyond technical ability or inventiveness. It's about how he creates a mood. Grime ciphers can at times seem kind of stale and repetitive, with a room full of MCs all spraying bars which revolve around talking the hardest, and they have a tendency of taking themselves quite seriously. The very last thing you expect to see in this environment is a smiley dude with a mustache bursting through the door like, Fleur D's chirpy style, which sees him imitate.
Yo, oh boy's fucking perspective on grime is very good. At least as somebody who's learning about it myself, because he's so right. Like, niggas is so tough, and I just would not expect this. Like, this is again why it's just like, what? But this nigga, but he's killing it just as good as anybody in there talking about. I'm about to go fucking run up on this nigga. Like, he's killing it better than them niggas.
Yeah, that's because when you learn to stay in your lane and just do your own thing, yeah, this is when it becomes the most incredible part in it. Yeah, me. Yeah, like, he has mastered his own craft. He has literally just said, yo, I'm doing my thing. Yeah. This is how I'm going to do it. Yeah. You lot can be over there and do all of that. Yeah. But you see, when it comes to my thing, yeah. Yeah. This is how I'm doing my thing.
It's like, man.
Saying ladies' voices, pastiching cheesy garage vocals, and monologuing in different accents puts him completely at odds with the stoicism we're used to seeing from grime MCs. But it's this willful disregard of expectations that creates a refreshing and uplifting mood when he's on the mic. Fleur's unique style gives him license to delve into a more playful and happy-go-lucky side of grime, which we don't often get to see. The thing which is remarkable is that however seemingly outlandish Fleur D's MCing style already is, he seems dedicated to pushing it further and further on every set. Almost like he's testing the extent to which other MCs in the room and listeners are willing to go along with him in this kind of bizarre experiment he's thinking up live on the spot as he goes along.
Everyone knows the name when I say ta 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 ta.
The thing that I really love about this is that it creates a dynamic where the playfulness of Flirta's lyricism starts to rub off on the other MCs. We see these incredibly authentic moments where everyone in the room breaks out in smiles and laughter from hearing something they didn't expect to hear. For me, these moments of authenticity, where MCs literally get shocked and excited about bars that have come out of nowhere and are sick, this is what grime is all about. Flirta D has a way of cutting through everyone's pretenses with his fun bars and creativity, and in doing so, he creates an infectious atmosphere on a set, which really is a joy to watch. I'd say that this is Flirta D's main appeal as an MC, that he defies people's expectations of grime lyricism in a really good way. And this is why my initial morbid curiosity from first hearing Flirta evolved into fully fledged fanboyism afterwards. But how did Flirta D come to prominence? Or perhaps a better way of phrasing that is, where did he come from?
Where do we come from?
No easy, no easy, that's easy.
London is the city that played host to the foundational events of grime, from the pirate radio sessions to the hangouts in Jammer's basement to the cyphers we see recorded in public spots. Most grime MCs who are making music would operate within their own specific area of the city, and one area in particular, Bow E3 in East.
Okay. So it's called Bow E3 because it's actually fucking Bow 3.
Became a de facto cultural epicenter of the
E3 is just the first part of the major postcode.
movement. Bow E3 was the place where Wiley formed the Roll Deep crew, now the most renowned grime collective of all time. It's impossible to understate the monumental role that Wiley played in everything that was going on in those early
How I'm looking at this right now. No.
years. His presence in East London meant that the area became a hub for churning out talent like Dizzy Rascal, Kano, and youngers like Tinchy Strider and Chipmunk. On the other hand, those MCs who weren't from East were outside of Wiley's orbit and therefore didn't have the
Tinchy
same
is
leg.
the same age? Tinchy Strider's the same age as Chip?
Flirta D
Or just he was just younger than everybody too?
was from Northwest, or North Wheezy as we commonly hear it being referred to in grime tunes, an area separated from East London by a distance of 20 miles. But as far as the grime scene was concerned, it was a completely different world. Flirt started out making collaborative tunes with MCs from East who had teeth in the game like Crazy Titch and Mr. Wong, which put him in good company.
Hey, shout out to H. That nigga told me about this nigga. I was looking for in this fashion. I was like, I've not seen an Asian grime artist yet. I've literally not seen an Asian one, and I did not mean geographically in that fashion. How it is properly meant. How you guys use it over there. Because my country don't mean that shit. Not even close.
But he may never have landed on the map as a solo artist had it not been for one iconic tune with a skippy garage beat that set the scene on fire for a hot minute. And that tune was Warp Speed.
Flirts, what was the reaction when he dropped this then?
Madness, but everyone was soaking it up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Going up
From
in the
everywhere,
raves.
like from like north, south, east, west, everywhere, basically. Put me on that to let people know, yeah, boom, I'm Flirta D, this is what I do, sort of thing, yeah.
After Warp Speed, Flirta became a rising star in
That's a great introduction.
his own right. And following the footsteps of the garage collectives he'd been listening to growing up, Flubs created a collective of MCs from his ends in Northwest who had their own ethos and sound. SLK were the de facto Northwest answer to Roll Deep. The roster included heavy hitters like Shizzle, Nappa, Van Damage, Scrapster, J Money, Ribs, and a personal favorite for me, Suavo.
Never heard of none of these niggas now, never. Just like I never heard none of those names that Narsty said. But we need to know these people. I need to hear something. At least one record. So whatever their best one is, please let a nigga know. I want to know.
I don't feel like I can mention Suave's name without running this tune he did called Forearm, which is just... It's a crazy tune.
So Suavo is like a... like a more palatable version of what Fleur de D does. Because I'm like, oh, as soon as he did it, I'm like, oh, you're just doing what he does, except you use words. That's it. Well, and one of the things that he does, not all of them, but just like that one.
The tunes that SLK put out between 2004 and 2006 have gone down in grime history as some of the biggest road anthems the genre has ever seen. Tunes like Hype Hype.
Spinning on the, I seen that shit on this shitty quality. I'm gonna
The
let you
tunes
get
that
your shit
SLK
off.
put out between 2004 and 2006 have gone down in grime history as some of the biggest road anthems the genre has ever seen.
Spinning.
Tunes like Hype Hype.
That nigga spinning them shit.
The chorus of this tune is made almost entirely of Fleur D's fighter sound effects, and there's also this objectively hilarious bar where Flirts imitates an exchange where he chats to a girl, voicing both himself and the girl he's trying to chirp.
When I seen the chick and I was like, oh yeah. She was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. I'm bloody blood. Don't you know?
I know.
But the rate.
Nah, blood.
Hey. I'm bloody blood. Don't you know?
I know.
But the rate. Don't you know?
I know.
Then I'll pick you up.
Another tune that
That's crazy.
popped off and I guess was more significant for putting Northwest on the map is North Wheezy.
Where do we come from? North Wheezy. How do we make money? Real easy. How do we hit girls? North Wheezy.
And of course, there's never been a grime tune that goes in more than the legendary 3 minutes of pulse that is Pull Up That.
Forward, pull up that forward. Pull up that forward. Pull up that forward.
SLK made massive waves in the scene with these tunes, and Flirter's verses on them are iconic. But I don't think anyone would deny that it was in the rave that Flirter was truly unstoppable.
No. Wait. So that's Flirter in Charlie Clips's beginning of Fire in the Booth? That's that nigga? I always wondered where that shit came from. What the fuck?
With his ability to make sounds that no one else could, and his pitch-perfect delivery of memorable bars, seeing Flirter D live on the mic was always something else. There's a whole catalogue of live appearances by Flirter that people still talk about to this day. One of them with an interesting backstory was in October.
This boy Skepta, he a real one. This nigga is in that hot ass club with a fucking hat on that has got fur on it. Jesus.
For 2005, when Skepta and a load of MCs from East were in Iron Napa playing a show at the same time as Flirter's crew. A casual rivalry had been building up between the MCs from West and East in the run-up to the show. Skepta had called out one of the members of SLK, Van Damage, just days before the event, and this all came on the heels of Flirter D having a war dub with Kano, another.
Say what? Why would you try and war this nigga? I gotta hear that. What did you say to this nigga, Kane? Did you speak for how I felt at the beginning of this video?
MC from East.
You think you're right, you're a king. You don't write words, I should buy you a pen.
Yes.
Another MC from East.
You think you're right, you're a king. You don't write words, I should buy you a pen. I'll put you one sided again, because you're roaring like a lion again. You're roaring the K8, and if you say K can't flow, then you're lying again. Let me finish this pussy so I can get back to smiling again.
Now, that's how I felt at the beginning. We are 22 minutes in. I still don't fully understand, but I can appreciate the uniqueness of it and what it does and how he does it. Like, it's undeniable. You can't be a hater. However, I really do appreciate Kano sending for this nigga. Oh man, thank you, Lord Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Somebody out there really good. Is out there on that fuckery I needed. Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Let me finish this pussy so I can get back to smiling again.
Oh, damn it. I didn't even put that bar together the first time. Let me finish this pussy so I can get back to smiling again. Of course I'm going to smile after I finish getting some pussy. Of course. I just really thought he meant like I'm done with this nigga. Damn it. The levels are very high again.
Let me finish this pussy so I can get back to smiling again.
Volcano, I will piss on your property. Fuck your chick, I won't kiss on your property. That's a diss on your property. Get some crackheads, the shit on your property. See, this, that's my property. And you do, that's my property. Fly the do-do-do-do-do-do, my property. Ooh, you can't do it properly.
Following these rounds of beef between West and East, Skepta
You're not supposed to be able to respond back to people with fucking words. Or the sound effects, I should say. Jesus.
Yeah, it feels illegal.
Hey, flirt is not just a pushover. That's just making noises. That's gonna be a good one.
and his boys from BBK were playing their set in Iron Napa when suddenly Fleur D rushes the stage. It's probably worth me taking a bit of time to talk about reloads.
Hey, who wants it? Keep on! Jacket.
The essential idea behind a reload is that if people are enjoying a tune, it gets reloaded or rewound and played again so that they can experience the drop one more time. This started way back with dub and reggae music in Jamaica, when selectors would let the whole tune play and then press play on it again at the end. But nowadays, reloads work real differently.
I would really like the. Oh my god! And that's from like when music was like 7 minutes a song. So you would let a nigga play the song for 7 minutes, and then start that bitch over. That's crazy. But I guess also it's needles on vinyl. You can't really just reload a record like you can now. Like it's way different.
The DJ drops a heater, everyone in the crowd starts losing their shit and harassing the DJ in a furious rage, thus bullying the DJ to wheel back the deck. And when the DJ does it, everyone's like, when there's MCs on the set, the reloads work differently. Instead of reloading hard tunes, the DJ wheels back the deck when he hears hard bars.
See that, but I do understand. Like then it becomes a bias, like because sometimes DJs, you can't catch every fucking bar. Like there's niggas that like you're gonna miss something, and the nigga's not gonna get a reload. I see it happen all the time now.
When MCs are on a set, they're always trying to get a reload. More reload equals more clout. The reason why I'm explaining this is just so you can appreciate how hilarious it was for Flirts to get a reload after uninvitedly running on stage and then start doing a funny little dance. Next thing you know, Flubs and Skepta start having a little clash.
Alright, let's smirk now. Okay, I got a picky afro. Told you before. Boy, Beno! Benjamin J got one good flow. Make it try too hard, but no! You look like a homo. Shakes and seating.
See, and that exact moment shows me, one, I appreciate what Skepta is doing, but because I am sitting here trying to look at this as an education. When I hear that no, imagine if you just learn to take some of the vocal inflections that Florida does and applied that to your no in that moment. It would make that bar sound even crazier. But I do understand this though. Nigga, you're not standing on my stage without me trying to send some shots back. That's just one part of it. But the other half of my brain is like, yo, like, damn it. If we just learn from the nigga, it's gonna be like we can do this, and then we can do that, and we could do this. It's like,
Okay, and if I was trying to, I would kick you out.
Yes.
I ain't taking my jewels off. Call me, you're making a fool off. Look at that tool off. You both, before you back cool off. You off in the sharpest tool in the toolbox. Leaving a fool in the fool box. For fooling around. Yeah, perp. Now, Skep, it's good though. It's good.
Me and Skeppy done our little thing, and then flipping Shiesty was there with Wiley. Everyone was Scraps was there. Yeah, but mine was showing my look. It's like it's not just obviously at one stage in Grime was just about East London, innit? Mine was just, that's why that was another reason we went there as well to show like, look, it's like Northwest man as well. Like we do this thing as well. We shut down things, bro.
Yeah.
And then obviously you heard the footage. Like,
yeah, man.
Let's shut down, bro.
Flirta D really came into his own on live sets. His unpredictability and quirkiness made him a one-of-a-kind MC to watch, and he could send crowds into a frenzy with the signature sounds he made. Even now, over 10 years later, seeing Flub's old rave vids still feels kind of special. With North Wheezy firmly on the map, SLK churning out era-defining hits, and the hardest of hard rave bars, by 2006, Flirts had secured his place as one of the grime scene's quirkiest heroes. At that time, the grime movement felt like a surging tidal wave, unstoppable and always reaching greater heights. It would have been difficult for anyone to predict the fall that was waiting for it just round the corner. All genres have a limited lifespan. When a style gets saturated,
Who got a grime sample Paris Morton music? That shit sounded crazy.
and certain sounds are being reused over and over again, people are inevitably going to want to move on to something fresh. So it's natural for genres to fall out of favor after a certain amount of time. 90s rave music fell off, jungle fell off, two-step fell off, so this fate was always going to
It's two-step. Is that another name for garage?
befall grime at some point. However, grime faced its own very unique challenge. The areas which fostered the talent of the grime scene had high levels of poverty, poor opportunities for education, and high levels of crime.
Hear this? What the fuck is this beat?
It's cold.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna put this out, but if this shit gets up with no copyright, I swear to God, I'm putting it out same day. I swear to God, this shit is. I need somebody to tell me. I need somebody to tell me what this beat is. It's
Just
so
round the
crazy.
corner. All genres have a limited lifespan. When a style gets saturated and certain sounds are being reused over and over again, people are inevitably going to want to move on to something fresh. So it's natural for genres to fall out of favor after a certain amount of time. 90s rave music fell off, jungle fell off, two-step fell off, so this fate was always going to befall grime at some point. However, grime faced its own very unique challenge. The areas which fostered the talent of the grime scene had high levels of poverty, poor opportunities for education, and high levels of crime, all of which had an effect on the kinds of messages you could expect to hear in the music.
You could come out and cause you.
Thank God he changed that beat. Thank God. Thank God. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Yo, grime has like, even though like you guys say it hasn't died, I say it has a real potential of surviving and coming back. If they can fucking work with beats like that, it makes some shit that sounds really modern but still be grime. Cause whoa, buddy, that'll knock your socks off.
You look like your brother, you could just get battered or stabbed up. Or you could go Stratford to buy trainers and get battered or stabbed up or gassed or kidnapped or anything.
We've all grown up.
And nobody told me, are you niggas really kidnapping each other like that? Like that's really like, because kidnapping in America is for predators. And maybe sometimes a nigga might get kidnapped in the hood by his ops.
That's more or less.
But like, yeah, nah, like niggas just ain't kidnapping niggas. That's just not a thing over here.
With a negative attitude forever. Like we've just had a negative attitude. We get arrested. You get what I'm saying. All that builds up and it makes you feel angry and cold hearted inside. You just think, fuck everyone now.
People ain't saying, yeah, it's a good thing, everybody do it. That's just what they've been through.
Grime was becoming a very in-demand genre, earning acclaim from music critics and a growing base of listeners. But not all the attention it was receiving was positive. As grime became more visible in the public eye, Middle Englanders were shocked and worried by the messages in the lyrics. The situation was exacerbated in the mid-2000s when a handful of high-profile events occurred involving grime.
Are Middle Englanders like my Midwesterners or my Middle America people or my flyover state people? The motherfuckers that are still will say, you're in my country, but nigga, you think the world is still 30 to 40 years in the past, and that's where we need to keep a lot of shit. Like that's kind of how Middle of America is in America. So is that what a Middle Englander is?
Grime artists that were widely reported in the media.
Not so much.
Dizzy got stabbed in Ayia Napa in 2003, and Crazy Titch was sent down for murder.
And Marcus said he ain't do that shit. I'm just saying. That's what he said. I'm just saying. I seen the video. Marcus said he ain't do it.
In 2005 after shooting a rival in cold blood. Although it was hard to prove a relation of causality between grime music and these violent crimes, they had the effect of confirming people's preconceptions about the inherent danger of the genre. An almost identical debate, in fact, the one we've been having more recently in the UK surrounding drill
What's LD67? I don't know the rest of the niggas.
music.
Oh wait, that look like
Identical debate, in fact,
that's not Unknown T though. I don't know who that nigga is.
the one we've been having more recently in the UK surrounding drill music. In 2005, it was mandated that all promoters putting on music nights in London had to fill out an official piece of documentation called Risk Assessment Form 696 in order to be granted a license. The form asked, amongst other things, details of the performers, a description.
This ain't happening in America. It's private property, bitch. You can't tell me I gotta fill out a permission slip for what's about to happen on my private property. Is it within the confines of the law? Because if so, you suck my dick, buddy. The fuck?
Description of the types of music which would be played, and perhaps most contentiously of all, the ethnicity of the target audience who would be attending.
Again, I think one needs to be careful with this, because it would be true to say that they did take out the question. It specifically asked, are there any ethnic minorities attending this event? They have, however, replaced it with one which says, what is the target audience of this event? And I think, might I be in safe ground?
Am I allowed to put motherfuckers that pay right there? Because that is the target audience every time. A motherfucker that will pay. Are we not allowed to do that? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put that too. A motherfucker that will pay, and is their birthday. That is always the target audience. They're looking to spend money. Actually, like, can't get no better.
Going to assume that white middle-class professionals from North London is not the answer they're looking for.
Following the implementation of this form, grime nights could effectively be wiped off the map without the authorities necessarily needing to provide any sort of justification. Now, grime MCs were still out there doing their thing, recording tracks and releasing cypher videos and freestyles.
That nigga
But the
look like
unique
black.
appeal of grime as a genre had always been in the raw energy of its live performances, whether this was on pirate radio sets or in club venues.
You gonna have to stop playing this beat. I swear to God, it's really good to my ears right now. Like, oh my God, like who set these drums up? Like, what is going on here?
Logan Sama is a grime DJ at the forefront of the scene and has spoken incisively about the problems grime faced in the late 2000s on a few different occasions.
I haven't had loads of shows shut down for Form 696, but it doesn't take loads of shows being shut down for it to be a huge thing, because when one or two large events that have had a lot of money spent on them get closed down, everyone else sees it, and it just has like a subconscious thing, like it's not worth my while risking investing in putting on a show like this. I may as well put on house rave that I'll always be able to do, move into other genres of music.
At some point, people didn't want to do grime anymore. That's either because they felt like there wasn't going to be anything in it for them, they felt like they weren't getting anywhere, or maybe they just got more excited by hip hop than grime. And all those things are fair enough, because when you look at what makes grime exciting, spitting live on sets, spitting on pirate radio, going to the raves and getting reloads in the rave, all of those things got taken away from us because we weren't allowed to put events on anymore. Pirate stations started to get closed, and new ones weren't popping up to fill their place. And it became very difficult.
Why does he feel so, at least how I'm viewing it, he's being honest about what truly has happened. Why does he seem to feel uncomfortable speaking honestly about that? Like, why does it feel like it's not a thing he's supposed to be doing, is how it comes across. And I'm just like, but that's what happened.
Around 2007, grime entered into a new, strange and confusing era. A select handful of MCs ended up being signed to major labels and putting out tunes that got into the mainstream charts. But the tracks they were releasing were worlds apart from the beats they'd been spitting over on pirate radio. Dizzy Rascal, now a fully fledged international music star, was dancing with Calvin Harris. Tinchy Strider was having a #1 with N-Dubs. And Skepta's attempt at a pop career was so weird that everyone seems to have wiped it from their memories, and we all now pretend.
Swear to God, I never knew this happened. What do you mean this man had a pop career? Or is that the shutdown phase? Is that the pop career era? Because yo, shutdown is fire. If that's the pop career, go back, blood. I need another shutdown. I love that song.
Pretended now.
Man's never been in Marquee. Key. Fuck you, mean. Come on, stop playing with
ever
me.
happened.
Oh no. Is he saying a Dan? Because if he's saying a Dan, all right, like that shit might actually be hard. But like if it's not, and he's saying I'm the man, oh my god, this shit sounds trash as fuck.
It's even worse than that. They call him a bad boy.
Oh no, this is trash. It's trash.
It was becoming apparent that the fact that grime MCs were getting signed didn't mean the major labels were interested in grime music. Grime MCs getting in the charts seemed to be conditional on them selling clean commercial music. Now, that's not to say there weren't some quality grime releases to listen to during the late 2000s. On the contrary, some releases during these years became modern classics of the genre. Tunes like Next Hype by Temper T.
What kind of things that you have? When I find out, don't expect me to stop. I'll come for the peas that you...
What kind of things do you have? When I find out, don't expect me to stop. Oh my god, this nigga's a demon. He doesn't even care. Whatever he finds out, he's just gonna come and he's not gonna stop.
Some releases during these years became modern classics of the genre. Tunes like Next Hype by Temper T.
What kind of things that you have? When I find out, don't expect me to stop. I'll come for the peas that you stack and come for all the food that you block.
Additionally, one of the rare but beautiful silver linings to grime falling out of favor was seeing some of the MCs crossing over into dubstep and making heat with producers who they might otherwise never have collaborated with. Newham Generals put out the legendary Club Roller Hard with D&B producer Breakage.
I'm that lyrical father. Name an MC that spits harder than me and my partner. Cause me and my partner.
And Flowdown and Killer P teamed up with the illustrious dubstep producer The Bug to drop the unforgettable cult classic tune Skeng.
Phenomenon one. This one dedicated to all bad man. Whether you're from Manchester or London, whether you're from North London or Bristol, put up on the heart. Phenomenon two.
I also think it's worth mentioning
That's cool.
in that there were
That nigga voice is crazy. London, Brixton.
a fair amount of independent music labels supporting grime throughout this period, like Planet Mew, Capsize, and Keysound, all of them releasing quality grime EPs from top-tier producers like Joker, Terror Danger, MRK1, and Starkey. However, generally, this was a very difficult time to be a grime artist, and all MCs felt the pinch. SLK had had some real commercial success in 2005 with the tune Hype Hype, but their sudden explosion in popularity had caused internal tensions. The two MCs featured on Hype Hype, Flirter and Van Damage, started getting attention and bookings, whilst the other members of SLK lingered in relative obscurity. This dynamic eventually led to the group disbanding, with some of the members forming a new collective, Gully Gang. By 2007, SLK was
Prime example of, nigga, you don't know how to play your role. You don't. Sorry. Gotta call it what it is. Them niggas is the cash cows. Cash cows is up. Now your job is to make sure the motherfucking cash cows stay up so we can then get you into a situation, nigga. Why does, like, do niggas not understand this? Like,
back in the day.
But obviously they don't. Niggas out here making Gully Gang and shit. Like, the fuck? Why are we splitting the faction? It makes no sense. We had a thing going. Oh, Jesus. We could have just made that bigger. And then I had more money. And then I could have just paid for me to be the next nigga up. Like, oh, there's so many options. Oh,
disbanding, with some of the members forming a new collective, Gully Gang. By 2007, SLK was no more, and Fleur D had lost his record deal. Throughout this period, Fleur went the way of a lot of struggling grime MCs, trying to forge a new career through alternative genres, but never quite managing to make anything stick. We see him in vids spitting over UK hip-hop and bassline tracks, but these styles didn't land in the same way his old stuff had. For an MC like Fleur D, the disappearance of grime raves was a monumental loss. His off-the-wall noises and eccentric delivery had been perfectly engineered for those live performances, but now there were no opportunities for him to do any of that stuff. All the things that previously made him stand out had lost their potency. Unlike Dizzy, Tiny, Skepta, and Tinchy, Flirter was a wild card whose style couldn't really be watered down or adapted for mainstream audiences. So a lot of doors that were opened in this new era to other MCs were completely closed off to him. Watching an interview which Flirter did in 2009, you can sense a real feeling of frustration with everything that was going on.
What happened with SOK? You said it was dead. What's going on with
Nah,
that?
it's just it died in it. Like everyone's like just moved on in it. Everyone's all grown now in it. I don't know. Certain people got lazy in it. Really, like so. Jesus, that just stopped quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like we done hype, done our PAs, done stuff, and then boom. Like obviously, I had more material than the rest of the team in it, so I was trying to push myself at the same time in it, but didn't really work out that way. We're doing stuff now. You get me? So it's like hopefully that blows for the future. You get me?
There was a growing feeling amongst grime fans that Fleur D's
Yeah, that nigga seems cantankerous would be the best words.
best years,
Well, words, excuse me.
like those of many other grime MCs, were long gone, fading fast with the waning popularity of the genre. There wasn't really a place for Fleur D in the new space grime seemed to be occupying. For a long while, it seemed that the grime scene was doomed to remain like this, falling further and further from the dizzying heights of bygone years. But genres never really die. All it takes is the right spark to light them up again.
In comes Chip, the crime scene savior. Nah, it's all jokes. It's all jokes.
Shut up! Shut up! Every sound boy, shut up! Pack up your little dub plates and put them in a suitcase and go away with them! Yes, I am. Rubbish!
I wish I could say shut your mouth. How these niggas be saying it. It's just, it sounds so disrespectful. So disrespectful, but it's the most benign words.
Yeah?
As I'm hearing this, I'm just like, why am I not hearing nobody to rap? Oh yeah, it's kind of like what was that shit called? Crumping over here in America. Like, so these niggas would dance and all these beats. They're very similar almost, but niggas would dance to these beats and like nobody would rap over them. And I'm like, why am I not hearing anything? It's like, oh duh, because these are supposed to be played live, so a nigga can rap his random ass flow on top of it. That's the whole point of these. But these are dope ass grime beats through the years.
Crazy beats over there.
In the wake of 2010, you could feel a palpable shift in the kinds of tracks producers were making in the UK. Producing grime music had previously been an activity confined to a small, tight-knit group of producers who ran in the same circles as the MCs. People like Terra Danger, Danny Weed, The OK, Teddy Music. And of course, a lot of the MCs themselves were prolific producers of early grime music, with Wiley's square wave-esque compositions arguably being the most important legacy of the genre as far as sound production goes. However, the new cohort of grime producers were an eclectic bunch coming from unusual places. Zombie and Khan and Neek were well-known producers in dubstep before they started making grime tracks. Bok Bok was previously known for putting out innovative club music, but suddenly revealed himself to have an impeccable instinct for grime production. And Darky Freaker was making sample-based 140 beats that seemed to meet perfectly at the intersection between grime and Southside trap, a sound that eventually caught the ear of our main boy Danny Brown, who would go on to use Darky.
That old album is a fucking classic. Stop playing.
Freaker's Blueberry track on his single Pills and Cocaine. All of these new grime producers came.
I had no idea when I was listening to Danny though that he was at the time tapped in over here. Like I found out that he was fucking doing shit over here, or in the UK when I say over here, but I did not know. Like at the time, I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Together with their respective styles to herald in a new era of grime music that encompassed sounds from across the electronic music spectrum. There were a few circumstantial reasons for this grime renaissance, but perhaps the most important one was the waning popularity of another genre which had been dominant in UK underground music for over half a decade. Dubstep had been an unbelievable force in the UK scene owing to the ingenuity of its
That's not. We've had this conversation in the comments. I think me and Dub. Yeah, that what I just heard is not dubstep.
That
To my
is
American
dubstep.
ears. Like I said, you know, that's that shit Skrillex invented just to
Oh.
piss somebody off. Yo, don't be in the comments trying to tell me Skrillex didn't fucking invent dubstep. I'm really not trying to
He
hear it.
didn't.
I'm not. Say that shit for your mama. I'm just making jokes right now.
producers, from OGs like Mala, Koki, Benga, and Scream to creative talents that emerged later on like Burial, Zombie, and James Blake. But by 2010, dubstep was quickly falling from grace due to the arrival of artists like Skrillex and Circus Records,
The fucking Godfather. Giving niggas life.
who brought this overcompressed, distorted sound that became incredibly popular internationally, but put all the old dubstep heads in the UK right off. UK club music started splintering off in loads of different directions. However, those who'd grown up listening to dubstep still wanted to hear fast beats, quick mixes, and reloads. And it was the new wave of grime instrumentals that served perfectly to fill that void. So, by 2012, grime music suddenly ended up back on everyone's radars. There was a renewed interest in all facets of the genre from new fans. Where could they find more grime instrumentals? Where did this music come from? And perhaps most importantly of all, who were the MCs that started it all? The people who'd managed to create one of the UK's most exciting cultural movements from the deprived backdrops of inner city London. In 2012, the godfather of the grime scene, Wiley, brought back Eskimo Dance, the legendary night which had been the main place to hear grime at the height of the genre's popularity. There'd been a 7-year hiatus, and nobody really knew how exactly this would pan out. One of the events got uploaded to YouTube, and I remember trying hard to keep my expectations decidedly tempered, until I got to about 3 minutes in when I heard this familiar voice.
Yeah, Eskimo, what's good? Oi, oi! We got BBK, myself, Fleur in the building. Look, after the O-I-R with the Z, with the R with the R with the Z, exclamation. Yeah!
Flirter was on the set, and he was murking.
Legendary, been about boys in secondary school.
That's such a hard bar. But it's even crazier with the sound effects.
On the set, and he was murking.
Legendary, been about boys in secondary school. Coolish, yeah. Mum didn't raise no fool, that would be foolish.
Flub just seemed to be everywhere on this set. You could hear his siren sound effects after reloads. You could hear him doing ad-libs over other people's bars.
I'm not scared of the evil element ain't in them. Say on me, I want some. Never man with the evil jump over the train barrier.
And remember that funny bar from Hype Hype where Flirts is doing the voice of himself and the girl he's chirps in? As weird as that bar is, almost 10 years down the line, every single person in the Eskimo Dance crowd seems to know it.
And I was like, oh yeah, you got it. She was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah.
When it's classic material, it survives. But ain't no way.
You got it. She was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. He's like, no, don't you know? I know. I ain't murdering. No, don't you know? I know.
Yes, shout out to that dumbass bar. That is grime heritage. Sounded sick, Flirts. The night reached an atmospheric peak when the king of grime himself, Wiley, burst onto the stage.
Everybody knows. From day when I said I was, but nobody took me. So now I say, it's Wiley and I'm getting my bar. I'm dirty like a baby diaper.
Currently, because of goods, I can't respect the Dirty Diaper bar, but I do respect it in its history and lineage. But right now, it's been made fun of in my brain. I'm just like, damn.
Strangle.
Little did we know that the best reload of the night was still to come just around the corner. DJ Cameo drops Eskimo, Wiley's landmark square wave instrumental from 2002. As Wiley prepares to deliver his last 16, coincidentally after missing the drop of his own tune, our boy Flirts is lurking in the backdrop just out of shot. I'm going to run this clip, and I want you to put everything to the side and just enjoy one of the best moments in grime of the last 10 years. I'm actually excited for you right now. Okay, let's do it.
Yo, SK, then I might say about like, I wonder if I don't tell who's gonna start trying to drop my new style like, I might say about like, I wonder if I don't tell who's gonna start trying to drop my new style like,
Finally clicked. He has developed a style that in my country would be considered taking a bar off or throwaway bars. He has developed a style of mastery over throwaway bars is how I would have to initially look at it. So I could like, okay, I can wrap my brain around it. And then it's just like, okay. But then the way he does it, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I guess like, I think the throwaway bar should be as spicy as the shit he's doing. So I'm like, that's, I guess, like where it really connects to me. Because I'm like, but his throwaway bars, if we're going to call them all throwaways, are better than most niggas' entire verses. So, like, his throwaway bar is clearly doing something.
They got the king in it.
It's fucking mad.
That's terrible.
I'm going to be completely honest here in saying that in all the years I've been alive on this planet, few things have given me the happiness I get from seeing Flubs get this massive wheel right here. In just one moment, it encapsulates everything I love about this kind of music, and Flirta D as an MC. Creativity, energy, and never quite knowing what's going to happen next. I felt that this moment was a worthy commemoration of Flirta D's legacy in grime music. Bizarre, unpredictable, and if nothing else, memorable as hell. Almost 10 years after Warp Speed, Flirta D was once again moving crowds by making noises that nobody else could. This style he has isn't a joke or a gimmick. Put quite simply, it's one of the most creative and compelling examples of music lyricism I've ever come across, and probably ever will come across. Genius can occur in many forms and in any musical genre. But I, for one, am so glad that Flirta D found a home for his very unique talent with us in grime. Since 2012, grime has been in a much better place.
How many niggas is upset just seeing this nigga? I know a lot of you niggas hate that man.
You can now see grime MCs and DJs being booked alongside the biggest names at festivals and raves. And if you're a grime artist in 2019, your ends are no longer confined to Boat E3 or North Wheezy or even the UK. Your ends could be the Czech Republic, or Russia, or Canada.
The Russian language seems quite suited for grime. Quite suited.
Or Canada.
I skirt, know what it is, I skirt, not sometimes skirt.
Australia.
Fullback best retreat or surrender, man, a pull rank from the weak contender. Can't compete, I don't see a contender.
Brazil.
Carburador foi furando sozinho, rocou de Braddock, mas ficou pegado em cada bielo menor.
I know he put this in here for the exact reason that when everybody sees this, either Skepta been out there running around putting babies in motherfucking Brazilian women, or this nigga knows that that's a Brazilian Skepta. Or Skepta's fucking bleaching his skin, doing the skin lighteners. And that nigga know Portuguese. No, it's fucking Brazilian Skepta if I ever seen it with a Ricky Ricardo mustache. Jesus Christ.
Brazil.
Carburador foi furando sozinho, rocou de Braddock, mas ficou pegado em cada bielo menor, revoltado, guiado pelo onipotente. Pudesse passar, o tanto gosta de guerra, gastando cartucho do...
Or France. Or Japan.
That nigga got the finger guns and everything. He's probably even saying, "Oh, the." Oh shit!
What started off as a group of teenagers spitting lyrics in East London basements is now a fully fledged international phenomenon. The big grime stars of 2019 are no longer having to sanitize their sound to get record deals. Over the past few years, we've seen UK MCs like Skepta, Stormzy, AJ Tracy, and most recently Slowthai receiving massive
Shout out.
international acclaim and commercial success, pushing sounds which are
Halloween went crazy
unapologetically
as
grime. Having people like this at the top of festival lineups worldwide can only mean more good things to come for people who make and listen to this music. And as for Flirta D, he's still being Flirta D.
So I'm just going to be bobbing my head and doing sound effects and just basically pretending to be Flirta D for the rest of the show. Keep it locked in.
Over the past few years, against the backdrop of a healthier grime scene, Flirt has been developing and refining his art form as a veteran of the sound. All of the clips you've been seeing in this vid of Flubs doing pitch slides, spitting in reverse, doing the Street Fighter sound effects, all of that stuff has come from freestyles recorded in the last 5 years. It genuinely still makes me excited watching him on the mic and wondering what he's going to do next. To say that Flirts is highly regarded in the grime scene is something of an understatement. Every time Flirt is in a crowd of MCs, you can clearly see the admiration people have for him. Hearing Flirta D's trademark sound effects gets an immediate visceral response from everyone in the room.
Why you fucking with Flirt? Let me get it up and I'm a lyrical Trinity. Put it every day, I be the kibby,
Get out! Please tell me this nigga has a clash.
Yeah, but
I would hate to have to fucking clash this nigga, but please tell me he has like a fuck. Oh fuck! Please, what? Oh, Jammer hates the scene if he never booked this nigga for the Lord of the Mics. How do you not pay this nigga the bag he need to do a Lord of the Mics? But who do you get that's gonna be brave enough or dumb enough to accept the fucking Lord of the Mics against this nigga? Oh, that's gonna be an expensive one. Maybe Jammer's not a hater. Maybe, cause like that's gonna be, you're gonna need a lot of money to get somebody to want to go against this nigga. So
However, in spite of how highly regarded Flirts is in the scene, I feel like he's often criminally overlooked in articles, journals, and biographic retrospectives which have been written about grime since the genre blew up in more recent years. You can see why this would be. Flirts wasn't part of Wiley's foundational Roll Deep squad, he never went on to rise to massive commercial success, and it's easy to look at him as a quirky outsider of the genre rather than a trendsetter. But the more you listen to the new generation of MCs in grime, who would have grown up listening to pirate radio when Flirt was on the airwaves, the more you start to realize that he has left a bigger legacy than a lot of people give him credit for.
the nigga that do drill do this? These niggas be having backgrounds?
Pressure this, song for the cooks, CBD, Joe for the monkey, BD, don't get shocky, BD, not this, not monkey, BD, pressure this, I got my stoop, knock the BD. 1, 2, run up on a man and make a little man, 2, 2, by 2, stop off your face, that African 2, then let's see what a man's just
E-L, I did S, you get hit with a flows on wet with a beat, so.
So that shit that Heady One is doing, that now all these niggas doing drill to hide the crime, the shh, is really some shit that can harken back all the way to this nigga Flirta D. That's how we calling it. Cause if so, then Jesus. That's fucking one is monumental, but that's goddamn. Damn. Oh, damn, I done fucked up.
See this part of the video, man, don't mind still. It's all part
somewhere.
of it.
We'll have a Dizzy or a Skepta or a Stormzy, a superstar who could appeal to everyone and
This song for the cooks CBD. Africa with the monkey with the duck, get shocky with the not this duck monkey with the teeth. Pressure this, I got my stomach locked up with the 1, 2, 2. Run up on a man and make a little man 2, 2, 2 by 2, 2. Scrub off your face, that African 2, 2. Then I take it when a man's just
E-L-I-D-S, you get hit with a flows on wet with a beat, so yeah. So you go like quarter backwards, quarter myself like yeah. So you go like
break your jaw, that's break your law, that's raise the floor, that's Merman I, break your jaw, that.
Fleur D's contribution to grime goes beyond what you can read in a Wikipedia entry or in the pages of a discography. He committed himself so fiercely to a niche conceptual lyrical style and did it so well that his art form took on a life of its own outside of him and became something bigger. A legacy of lyricism built from noise that everyone in the genre now draws inspiration from. That's not an insignificant thing in a genre which has become one of England's biggest cultural exports, and it's something that I've always thought Fleur deserved way more credit for than people are usually willing to give him. Whenever I hear MCs using these rhythmic noise effects in their bars, I think of it as a subtle nod to Fleur D's legacy, his talent and his penchant for experimentation with noise at a time when few other people were doing it. Fleur D, the style, will outlive Fleur D, the guy, and I think that's kind of a nice thought.
Knowing that you set a trend and people, and there's a lot of people out there that I wouldn't say copy, but they're trying to make.
Yeah, they run off the thing. It's all right. It's like
That shouldn't even be on his shirt. They ran off onto the ting. Oh, why isn't it on the shirt?
the shows I'm inspirational, innit?
In grime music, Fleur D reminds people that the hardest of bars can come from the unlikeliest of places. And whenever I see him on a set, it reminds me of a more universal message. That sometimes it's better to be the master of something weird that only you can do than to try and fit in with what everyone else is doing. Success comes when you lean into your strengths, whatever they may be and however weird they may seem. Every generation will have a Dizzy or a Skepta or a Stormzy, a superstar who can appeal to everyone and bring underground sounds to wider audiences. But what's far more rare is finding an artist who full-heartedly commits to the most alienating form of the craft, but does it so well that it becomes part of the genre's internal vocabulary. Look, basically, we'll only ever have one Fleur D, and whatever happens in grime from here on out, I want to hear him busting Street Fire effects, spitting in reverse, and drilling syllables till the day I'm sitting on my deathbed. And on that day, I'll summon the doctors to my room, and they'll be like, "What's up, sir?" And I'll be like, "You see that monitor in the corner right there? You wire that shit up, and you put on Fleur D's veteran shower down freestyle from 2012, because I'm gonna die and I want that to be the last thing I see before I leave this planet." And I'll like die so happy.
For joke's sake, I'm just gonna say he ain't really had no good box before. If the last thing you want to do is hear a nigga freestyle, because if I could actually have some choices for the last thing I do, I'm probably gonna want some box. What are you talking about? This is crazy. But I feel like now I do. If that's how that nigga feel, I do feel like I have to start after this with the shower down freestyle. That just seems like the only right course of action.
If you're still here, thanks a lot for watching my vid, and nice to see you here on the other side. Since my last video, I've had a fair amount of very generous people chipping me funds on Patreon. If you're one of those people, thank you so much. It means a lot. There's another special thank you which I want to give out before we close this thing off, and it goes out to a group of people who go largely unnoticed but are incredibly important to the ecosystem of grime as it exists now in 2K19. These are the people who, during grime's early years, filmed the MCs, recorded radio sets, and held on to DVDs, and years later have dedicated themselves to archiving this stuff on YouTube. Without these archivers, people like me literally would never have got to experience the early years of this genre, which I'm now so fond of.
I literally don't get to do grime files without these people. I'm happy I let this play because I was like, oh, I'm gonna let it play so he can get his shit off. Because I'm like, he did all the hard work, so he should fuck it. You can promote my shit. I don't give a fuck. Get your shit off, free and clear. But this is dope as fuck as well because I'm like, yo, without these people, like, I don't get to do any of this shit.
And I also wouldn't have been able to make this vid, so I owe them a massive debt of gratitude. I'm going to shout out as many of them as I can think of. Sorry if you're one of these people and you're not included in this list. Know that you are still loved. Cameraman Sketch, Risky Roads, Silver Drizzle, obviously, Media Gang, Grime Librarian, yes it's Vets HD, Get Darker, The Grime Historian, Raw Flavor Records, Original London Pirate Radio, Riz Latif, Grime Street, Old Grime, The Metal Messiah, Mr. Channel OK, Voom Voom, Ninky Ruse, Danny C Grime Time, Funny Tummy 86, Bootlegs to Shootlegs, British Grime Garage Music History, Bro Blood Fam, Cheeky But Nice, Grime Memories, The Grimy BMT 140, Bare Bones Beats. Bless up, everyone. I'll be back on my political bullshit for the next video. In the meantime, I've made this children's nursery rhyme version of Function on the Low, which I'm going to use to play you out. See you next time.
Real street shit.
He did that on the beat, though.
Yeah, she makes beats as well.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Did you put the beat in this bitch? That should be crazy. Oh, you're a fucking hater. Who made that beat? Who made that Pierce Morton sound?
That is, I ain't gonna lie, this is my favorites on YouTube. And you got Flirter, Pie, not T, Pyro. Radio. This set here, I'm gonna play this.
Keep it pyro. Yeah. Pyro. DJ Oblique, legendary. And we in the building. Who's ready? Shouts to the crews, locks in, locks on, wherever you're from right now. Let's go. So it just warms in. Sounds of the Oblique. Oh yeah. Shouts out to everyone effing with the kid, yeah? DBF the label, you already know. Don't be foolish, don't be fake, don't be fugazi. Oh yeah. Who's ready? It's Pyro Radio.
Enjoy this little set by Flirter D. Going through some old grime.
Sounds of the DJ Oblique.
Enjoy the music when you can. Oi. Start like that.
I don't know what that was. Technicals, what we're starting from now.
Oh yeah. Pyro Radio, Flirter D DJ Oblique. Oblique, who's that? The sounds of the Oblique, who's this? The sounds of the Oblique, who's that? The sounds of the who's this? The sounds of the Oblique, who's that? The sounds of the Oblique, who's this? The sounds of the Oblique, who's that? The sounds of the run up in the dance, like everybody down. Run up in the dance, like everybody run up in the dance, like everybody down. But if you're feeling the sound, then get down with it. Yeah, everybody down. Run up in the dance, like everybody run up in the dance, like everybody down. But if you're feeling the sound, then get down with it. Shorten it would sound like get down with. Wanna know who I get down with? Wanna see who I get down with? Get down with. If I shorten it would sound like get down. Been on it from get down. So you know how I get down. Get down. If I shorten it would sound like yeah. Go get who you wanna get. Guaranteed to get wet. If I shorten it would sound like jiddity. Yeah, you know that I keep it G. There's only one Flirter jiddity. Living it up and I'm a lyrical jiddity. Put it every day, I really keep it cover to get the massive liability. Who's this? DJ Oblique. And what warms in Pyro Radio. Let's get into it.
The way Flirter D raps is something crazy.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love it.
Skunk Master Flex. Oh yeah. Who's ready?
Live it up and I'm a lyrical chitty. Honey, every day I be the carrot udity. Cover to get the massive live lidity. Who's this? Blood udity. Live it up and I'm a lyrical chitty. Honey, every day I be the carry the cover to get the massive iridity. I'm in. All of my timing. Check the way that I'm rhyming. Scale, you can say. I'm in. All of my timing. Check the way that I'm rhyming. Scales, you can say. Legend, myth. I'm in control. Master, hunter, and scales, you can say. Legend, myth. I'm in control. Master, hunter, and scales, you can say. The mix, you can say. The blender, you can say. The mix, you can say. The blender, you can say. Still, you can say, but then I mail, you can say, and it's real, you can say, we don't want to fail, you can still, you can say, then I mail, you can say, and it's real, you can say, we don't want to fail, you can say, scale, you can, yeah, better believe it, but then I mail, you can, yeah, better believe it, scale, you can, yeah, better believe it, but then I mail, you can, yeah, better believe it. Flops, check the patch, you know how it goes. For most of that, I'm all there with these hoes. For a few, I'm up there with the pros, and you're there with the hoes. I'm at the door, and I'm there with the dough. By the bar, I'm there with the dough. The VIP section, there with the Joe. VIP for life, but if I shorten it would sound like VIP. Cause you're big in the VIP. You can see me in the VIP. VIP for life, but if I shorten it would sound like VIP. You can see the team in the VIP. Bottles get popped to the VIP. And everyone knows the name when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I come Joe. Everybody the out of the when I come Joe. Everyone knows the face when I come Joe. Everyone knows the face when I come Joe. Everyone knows the face when I come Joe. Every comic when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I come Joe. Everybody the out of the when I come Joe. Everyone knows the face when I come Joe. Everyone knows the face when I come Joe. Everyone knows the face when I come Joe. Every good when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I say legend. Everyone knows the name when I say pyro. Everyone knows the name when I say radio. Everybody the out of the when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I say myth. Everyone knows the name when I say shit. Sonic boom. Everybody the out of the when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name Hadouken. Everyone knows the name Yoga Fire. Everyone knows the name Yoga Flame. Everybody the out of the when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name Yoga Impale. Everyone knows the name Push Boy. Everyone knows the name Ta. Everybody the out of the when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I say ooh. Everyone knows the name when I say I'm faster than lightning. Everybody the out of the when I come Joe. Everyone knows the name when I say myth. Everyone knows the name when I say master. Everyone knows the name when I say hunter. Everybody the out of the I'm in. Said that already, so give me the mic. After the L-I-R with the T. I'm gonna ravers and hype. It's Pyro Radio tonight, yeah. It's Pyro Radio tonight. It's DJ Oblig on the mix, the blends. Pyro tonight. I said, flops, sack the pants and you know the rest. Ferocious like a ball bear with a vest. Stop the talking, get over here. We took the rest. Put your vest in the dirt, like taking another breath. You put the beef and the beef got at. You put your team and your team got laughter. Hard with the left then, even more hard with the right then. Into your neck then, you will get bored in your next slide. It's Pyro.
Cold.
Cheers. Oh yeah. Energy, Skenger G, let's go. Shout out to the crew locked in. You know the cool, where any venue, it's true. You know the cool, where any venue. So, low, I'll be the late. I'll be the kid up on my giddy part of this. How did they got this on? I make a lady some over white behind me on white. Speed, low, ooh, like they did. Kid up on my giddy food, so they got this ooh. Come again. So, low, late. I'll be the killer when I'm giddy part of this. How did they got this on? I make a lady some over white behind me on white. Speed, low, ooh, like they did. Kill up on my giddy food, so they got this food. Make a lady some over white. After with the L-I-R with the two. I say that, so they know who's speaking. After with the L-I-R with the two. I say that, so they know who speaks. After with the L-I-R with the two. Say that, so they know who's spoken. After with the L-I-R with the two. Say that, so they know who spoke. Oh. Everywhere I go, I hear my flow. I'm like, stop that. I'm like, please, no. Don't you know? Don't you know? If I shorten it would sound like don't Run up your gums, please. Don't. Run up your lips, please. Don't you know? Shorten it would sound like, you know. Yeah, I got bars, you know. Roll some stars, you know. Don't you know? If I shorten it would sound like da da. Me and my feet out for the da da. I'm on the streets out for the da da. Don't you know? If I shorten it, no need to shorten it. I'm gonna make it short and quick. It's too legendary. Been out from the get-go, go. It's about to let go, but don't be foolish if you let go. Legendary. Been out from the get-go, go. It's about to let go, but don't be foolish if you let go. Go. The mix. It's Pyro. Pyro, go. Who's ready? Yeah, still dirty flush. I ain't never been a dirty fooler. Can't take me for no fool. You man ain't fooling around. DJ Oblig ain't fooling around. Pyro. We're heating up. Did you hear that? Do you know the cool where and even you it's true do you know the cool where and even you and it's still dirty flush. I ain't never been a dirty fooler. Can't take me for no fool. You mad ain't fooling around. But if you wanna go old school, we can bring old tools. If you wanna go new school, we can bring new tools. But don't be foolish. Stepping the Oblig is foolish. Stepping to the legends foolish. Come a dangerous so not foolish. You fools. Don't be foolish. Stepping at me is your foolish. Shout my name is your foolishness. Dangerous or not foolish. Your wife, she wants to fool with me.